Now, given the slow start, the environment, everything's going, where does this rank on your will to win?
What I told him was we grew up today. The first game this year that we played the way we started and changed it. North Carolina, we did it, couldn't change it. Georgia on the road, we did it, couldn't change it. Mississippi on the road, we did it, couldn't change it. Arkansas on the road, we did it, we couldn't change it. Here, we changed. And I let guys know in certain terms, DeAndre was the only guy that showed up in the first half. He was by himself. Guys 1 for 9, and they don't want to admit they got their butt kicked. That's the problem. And I just wouldn't let up. I mean, I was right. Just said, now I want to see. There's nothing X and O's. This is you competing in battle. The environment was unbelievable. Their energy was unbelievable. How in the world were we only down 7? I have no idea. I'm going to watch the tape and say we were only down 7, which was ridiculous. We should have been down 15 or 18. But the second half, they fought like crazy. Brandon, who was sloppy in the first half, got balls tipped from him left and right. Terrence, who was 1 for 9, came in play. Darius, who was pitiful, soft, like I can't look. Second half he played. Josh gave us absolutely nothing until 3 minutes to go. He got those rebounds. DeAndre was good throughout the game. Duran was pretty good, but again, you know, it's an experience that they're fighting to win. You got to fight. You got to have some kind of viciousness to you, and we're just learning. So this was a big step. I told him we grew up today, learned a lot.
On that play, I think there was about 20 seconds left. The ball's down on the floor. Wild scramble for the ball. You come up with it and get the foul. How big is that? What you're talking about? That deal to win and
yeah. And let me just say this. What I had said from the halftime out. Could you imagine we went home with the timeout? How in the world did that happen? Now, what I said to him was, instead of tossing it, let him tie it up. Just hand it to him, hold on tight, and be a jump ball. The first one's going to be theirs, the next one will be ours. So we're not going to use the timeout. If you get in trouble, just turn and don't grab, just hold tight, it'll be a jump ball. Now, the last play when he went down, call a timeout, and he didn't, because I had told him, don't call a timeout. This is kind of like we did last game where I said we're going to foul, and if I hadn't called a timeout, and someone wrong would have gotten the ball, we may not have fouled against Vandy. So this time, you know, like I said, we were lucky to get it out. Brandon made free throws, he's a freshman. Terrence made free throws, he's a freshman. Reggie Miller, all he wanted to talk about was DeAndre Liggins. He didn't talk about any other players. He said, second half, you guys played well, this guy played. But DeAndre Liggins was the difference for your team. He was the only one that showed in the first half, and he really guarded Hobson in the second half.
How impressive is it then to pull it out after DeAndre fouled out, and it's a one-point
Well, the
game?
crazy thing is I put him in there to guard, and he got screened, and Terrence didn't help, and then I said, you know, he fouled, it was an and one. I stuck him in there for defense, and he fouled. The other thing I thought we were effective in was the zone. And I just looked at it, a couple timeouts, because we didn't have timeouts, and he went to a timeout. We went to a zone just to see if we could confuse him a little bit, and I'm not sure it did, but it gave us a break, and we went to it. You know, maybe that's something we do. Maybe in the tournament I can play a whole game zone. I may do that. Let's play zone. I'm gonna play a 2-3 zone the whole game.
Ken, what do you
Act like I'm coaching.
What do you want him to do? What do you want guys to do with Hobson, and what did you think the way guys executed what you
They did. We grabbed him a couple times, and it got heated. See, DeAndre was the only one that went out to say, I'm ruining your day. This is you and this is me. You got to take those personal challenges if you're a competitor. If you're not, you slap him on the butt. He scores, you score. I didn't get my, butt. I scored 6 on him and he only scored 12 on me. We got to get away from that. And we did, I thought, in the second half. It got nasty out there. I think anybody that watched the game knew it was a war. Now, you may say to me in the second half, why did you go to your grinded out offense? Well, I went to the grinded out offense because we couldn't beat them on the bounce, and we started settling for jumpers. So I just said, we're grinding it, we'll go late in the shot clock, we'll get something earlier than that, fine. And we just stayed in it the whole half. I mean, I only ran a couple other things, or our team only ran a couple other things. We just wanted them. In other words, if we're gonna play this way and you're gonna be on us, now we're gonna screen the crap out of you. And you're gonna run off screens, and we're gonna post, and we're gonna make this a roughhouse game. And that's what we did in the second half.
How
The
well-
whole second half. We didn't do it at all in the first half.
How well did Darius respond to stepping up to the physical challenge? Did he hit a big three?
They won the three. It was the ball fake drive, two one-on-one, make both. The three was nice, it created a gap. But those plays, the toughness where you know I could shoot this, which is easier, I can let go by this guy. First half, he settled for jumpers. He wouldn't go in if he got bumped, he lost the ball. I mean, and again, you know, he's capable and we just got to demand. I mean, Josh, I mean, come on, he didn't do anything until 3 minutes to go. But I told him, 3 minutes to go, you play. You know what? Normally, if you're that way, you do it the whole game. You can't change. Terrence the same way. He changed. Second half, he got aggressive, and you know, we're still, you know, I think what this did is this moved our seed. It did. In the last 3 games, it shows what we are. Everybody knows that the NCAA tournament's not played on the road. It's played in neutral sites. Everybody knows that, you know, how this team has played in those kind of environments and done well. So I think this moves us. And I think, again, we at our best are really good. Now, it's hard to be there with young guys. We got all inexperienced guys. I haven't been coaching these guys 2 or 3 years. This is a group that, you know, we are what we are.
How about